Hey guys, we're really doing it. Finally. Welcome to the very first episode of Exec Life Unmuted and Unbothered, the podcast for the ones who move the mission, carry the chaos, and somehow still show up, moisturized, and on time. I'm Tania, longtime executive assistant, federal insider, fixer of broken workflows, early morning calendar coordinator, and now your podcast friend. This is for the ones who are always in the room but rarely ever handed the mic. We're the ones who translate chaos into calm, who organize the disorganized, who redirect the chaos like it's just another task, then hit your work bestie like, girl, what the hell did we just survive? Because that was crazy. And today, we're going to talk about something I know too well, office politics. That unspoken layer of the job that has nothing to do with your actual work, but everything to do with how you handle it and how you survive it. This episode is called Managing the Mess, Office Politics Without the Burnout, because it's not the job that's draining us half the time, it's definitely the people. So let's get into the reality of office politics. Office politics is one of those things nobody trains you for. There's no slide or onboarding session that says, beware of Carol in accounting. She copies the deputy on every email and she BCCs people. But let me tell you something, we're about to learn real quick. Office politics is about the power, perception, and proximity. It's who gets invited to the pre-meeting before the actual meeting. It's the coworker who magically becomes project lead because they were loud, not because they were skilled. It's that weird energy when someone forgets to loop you in again, or when credit floats around the office like a balloon and somehow it always lands on the person who barely contributed. And when you work in an executive environment as an executive support role, you see all of it. You see who's trying to get close to the boss, who's playing both sides, who smiles at the director, then turns into a different person the second they walk out. And here you are just trying to do your job, stay in your lane, and maybe eat your lunch before 3 o'clock. It's giving exhausted, and it's okay to say that. We're going to talk about this, and we're going to figure out how to survive it. But before we do that, let's unmute real quick, and let's really talk about what we don't like and what gets on our nerves. I'm not saying everybody's fake, but some of y'all play way too much, and I don't do that. You ever work with somebody who's always looping people in for visibility, but really they're just putting on a performance just to throw shade? Or how about this? Someone pulls you aside like, hey girl, I just wanted to give you a heads up. Someone mentioned your name in a meeting. Stop right there. First of all, why were they comfortable doing that in front of you? Secondly, why are you telling me without no context or without any solution? That doesn't make any sense. Don't be the workplace whisperer. If you're not helping, you're definitely stirring the pot. And then there's ones who turn collaboration into competition. Everything is a competition. Oh, let me see your draft? Okay, I'll work on the final. Your outline becomes their leadership talking points. Absolutely not. Like, man, did you even open the file? And the worst part, the folks who live for chaos tend to thrive in these environments because they know how to manipulate it. Meanwhile, the ones doing the actual work are sitting there confused, burnt out, and wondering if we're overreacting. But let me tell you, you're not crazy. You're just navigating nonsense that was normalized long before you got there. It's the same old story over and over again. There's definitely ways to survive it, definitely ways to get past it. So we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about strategy. These are real tips that I use in the field, not just LinkedIn fluff, okay? I definitely know who the power grid and the power players are, not just who's on the org chart. You need to know who actually influences decisions, not just who signs them. That may be the chief of staff, the lead admin, or someone with a direct line to the boss's ear. Don't ignore the silent players. Watch who people defer to, even when they're not in charge. Those are the ones that you want to talk to and build relationships with. Another one, boundaries. Boundaries are your best project management tool. Stop saying yes to everything to be seen as easy to work with. You're not difficult at all. You're disciplined. Okay? Try something like this. I'd be happy to support. Can we formalize that in a tasker? Let's clarify roles so we're not duplicating efforts. Easy, right? You're not being cold, you're being clear, and clarity is definitely kindness. Another thing that I use, or another thing that I practice, is document and then document some more. Look, it's not petty, it's protective. Keep a folder with follow-ups, timelines, and just confirming emails. When drama arises, you don't need to argue. Just forward the thread. Simple, right? Another thing is, keep a real one circle. Find 1 to 2 trusted coworkers you can check in with, not to gossip, but to sanity check. You need folks who will say, don't send that yet. Here's how I would respond, professionally but firmly. That quiet support system, it's absolutely gold. Another thing that I try to do is don't play dirty, play distant. You can't out-manipulate a manipulator. Don't even try. Instead, be so aligned with the mission that the drama can't touch you. Let your receipts, professionalism, and consistency do the talking. Definitely reputation. Have an exit plan ready even if you stay. That's the last thing. Listen, if the culture gets too toxic, you are not obligated to suffer. Update your resume, revisit your value. Don't wait until you break to realize you deserve peace. I mean, everybody has to have an out strategy, so keep those skills up. Whew, that was a lot. Only the first episode. Office politics is real, but burnout is not a badge of honor. You can do high-level, high-pressure work and still have peace. You're not dramatic. You're not too sensitive. You're just operating in a space that's allergic to accountability, and you have to have the nerve to act for structure. Thank you for joining me for this first unmuted moment. On the next episode, we're going to put per my last email and how to lead without a title, delegate up, and keep it professional when you're tired of repeating yourself. We'll also start bringing in Q&As. So if you've got a story, a rant, or just a girl, let me tell you what happened, send it to me. But until next time, stay sharp, stay soft, and stay the hell out of some drama, okay?